Hey, what's up, guys? Here I am. I am in Boise, Idaho right now. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, why are you in Boise, Idaho? What goes on in Boise? And I will tell you what, almost absolutely nothing. It is extremely boring, except for the fact that I'm here for 2 jam-packed days with Russell Brunson and his team at ClickFunnels, and we are learning marketing, lead generation, and traffic stuff at such a high level. It's a platinum mastermind, and it's just pretty dope. So anyway, I'm here for the next 2 days, and then I am back in Charlotte. But I was just thinking about you because I was doing some videos on servicing listings, and I wanted to drop this in here for you guys because too many times you work your ass off to get a listing, right? I mean, let's talk about you prospect first, and prospecting is not easy, even for an insane person like me that kind of likes it. It's abusive, and you have to be consistent with it, and it's hard, and you have to practice, and then you fail, and then you have to get better at it, and then you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about how hard it is, and I don't blame you. I mean, there's a lot of times I don't like to either, but it is, and that's the case. So you do that, and then wow, shit, you start getting appointments. This is great. So you go on appointments, and now all of a sudden you have a whole new set of problems, and this set of problems is a better problem to have, yet you have to now learn a different skill set, and you have to practice a new skill set, and you have to get better at it. You have to have different materials. Like, all of these other things come into mind. And you're there, and let's say you have a 60 or a 70% conversion rate. Let's make it easy. Let's call it 70%. If you have a 70% conversion rate on a listing appointment, that's pretty good. Unless you're just working with past clients and database and stuff like that, then, like, to be honest with you, it's kind of like a layup, because it's not hard to get business from people who already know, like, and trust you. That's actually who I pride myself on getting business from. So if Jane Doe has a friend who is in the business, and then I get Jane Doe's listing and she didn't list with her friend, at that point I'm just like, yes, what's up? But I digress. Back to the 70%. So you get a 70% conversion rate. It's tough, right? I mean, like, you bust your ass, and maybe you get it, maybe you don't, right? The 70% of the time you do, and you're a rock star. But you put in all that effort, not only the time and the frustration and the energy and everything that goes into getting the listing appointment, now to get the listing, and now what happens if that property doesn't sell? Let's look at it. You just spent all of that time, money, resources, mental energy into getting that listing, and now you didn't sell it. So, why am I telling you this? Why am I doing this video? Because I want you to be aware of that, and I want you to practice what you need to do in order to service your listings at a high level, so you can convert more of them to closed sales. Okay, this is just a really quick overview. I have a checklist here for you, and these are just some brief notes, but I wanted to go over how important it is first. Okay, what you need to have. So on a weekly basis at minimum, you should be calling your sellers, and you need to have that process, and you need to have that script for it. Showing agent process and feedback. So the agents that showed the property, don't just defer to an automatic email that goes to them, and then maybe they fill out feedback and maybe they don't, and then they don't fill out feedback, and you're like, well, why didn't that buyer's agent give me feedback? Dude, you know why? Because they're showing a lot of properties. So get over it and pick up the damn phone and call them and ask them the right things. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes? You with me? Cool. Price reduction process, inventory spreadsheet. So basically, if the property's not selling and you're doing everything that you need to do, everything that you do to sell every other property, but it's magically not selling, guess what it is? It's not the fact that you're not running enough Facebook ads. It's not because you're not doing enough open houses. It's not you. Or let's hope not. I mean, you should be doing what you should be doing and what normally sells other homes. So let's just assume that you are. It's not those other things. What is it? I know you have the answer. Everybody's got the answer to this. It's price. It's price, price, price. And you probably knew that even before me saying it. So what do you need to do in order to move product, okay? Move product and keep your sellers happy, but not only happy, but over the moon so that you get their home sold and you get referrals and more business for life. Because I mean, come on, let's be honest. It's easy to rep a buyer and to work a buyer lead and help a buyer buy a home. It's easy. You can basically be an order taker that went to real estate school for 60 hours, passed the test, and has a broker to run to get answers. It's that easy. So if you're crushing it with buyers but not with listings, don't pat yourself on the back too much, okay? You need to focus on listings so that you can leverage your business. And if you don't like me saying that, then you need to leave this group right now. But I'm going to be honest with you all the time, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do so you can sell more homes. Not just list them, but sell them. Because I've learned over the years, and I'll tell you, and I don't boast when I'm saying this, but I am bad fucking ass at what I do. I sold almost 1,500 homes in 15 years, and I know my shit. So the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I want you to succeed. I want you to listen to the advice and I want you to succeed and I want you to ask questions when you have questions. So please do that. If you don't, then you're not taking advantage of such a huge resource. No, that's not a fat joke. Such a huge resource that's right in front of you. So anyway, I digressed again, but let me get back into it. So what you need to do, set the expectations. Focus on price. Focus on motivation. Okay? You cannot be attached to the outcome because it's not your fault. If the home's not selling, you're doing what you're supposed to do to get sold, it's not your fault. It's the price. It's the market. You blame it tastefully, okay? You're defending your seller. You're on their side. So it's you defending them from everything else, all the bad things out there, all the bad people, okay? All of the bad market indicators. You're defending them, you're throwing rocks at the enemies with your seller. They have to feel that way and you have to be on their team. Why do I know this so well? Because a majority of my business has been based on expired and canceled listings over the past 15 years. And I know because if you've ever let a listing expire and that seller did not have the experience, they didn't have a good customer experience, guess what? They told me all about it. Okay? And don't feel bad because I've had listings expire too, and I've had people that have not had the best experience with me. It just happens in business. Not everybody's going to love you. But yeah, they tell me. So I know what happens. Don't be attached to the outcome. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. You have to be objective when you're giving them the information on what's happening in the market and why it's not selling. You have to call the owner to review price reduction checklist. So you need to have a price reduction checklist if you don't have one already, which basically says whenever we reduce the price, whenever we modify the price. I don't like using price reduction because you say reduction, he's always trying to get me to reduce my price. Yes, we're going to modify the price. It's all about the language that you use. It's so important. So you call the owner to review the price reduction checklist. I should just say price modification checklist, but I want you to use the right language. And you email that to them as well. Like, this is what we do when we modify the price. And follow up, be consistent, and take notes. So on each phone call that you have with your sellers, you need to be in front of the computer. These are the purposeful weekly calls that you make. You need to be in front of the computer when you're doing it, and you need to be ready, taking notes, because that's how I like animate the action of taking notes. And I just realized too, it is 7:24 Mountain Time right now, which means that it's 9:24 Eastern Time, and I would probably be in bed already if I was in Charlotte. So I hope you're up watching this, because this is an awesome video for you to watch and watch over again and to take some notes on. I'll have more of this kind of stuff coming as far as like servicing listings, so that you're not wasting your precious time when you actually work your ass off to get the listing in the first place. Let's set you up for success. Drop any comments that you have in the comment box. Drop a comment. And if you like this video, just give it like a thumbs up or a heart. That's me drawing out a heart. Okay, peace. That's enough for now. Bye.